For the 100% cheapest coins on the internet with reliable delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor MMOEXP by clicking the link at the top of the description and use code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Salsa family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 21 video on the channel, and in today's video we're going to be going over a few preparation tips that you gotta be doing before Series 4 drops into the game in just a couple of days. Now before we get into this video, if you guys do enjoy the content on the channel, be sure to leave a like down below, and if you are not yet subscribed, we are going to be posting a ton of content helping you out when this series does drop in Madden Ultimate Team, so hit that sub button if you are new around here, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Now the first thing I should overview, which is probably what most of you guys are interested in, is actually when this series is releasing, and this series has been confirmed to be coming out on this Friday, so in just a couple of days the series is going to be coming out. You guys are going to want to make sure you do these tips before the series releases. Now to start with, I have 4 tips that I think everyone should be doing, and then the final 2 tips are some optional things you can do to take a bit of risk and potentially make some coins that way. Now tip number 1 is to scroll in here to the missions, scroll all the way down to the MUT Master missions, and you're going to want to ensure that you have knocked out this entire MUT Master Series 4 objective list. As you can see, for knocking out all these objectives, you're going to earn 125,000 coins absolutely free. I did drop a video on the channel showing you the fastest way possible to knock this out. I will leave that linked in the description. Really, the only challenging part is getting up to 50 tackles for a loss with Sam Mills, and if you're struggling to do so, definitely check that video out as I show you a solo challenge and strategy you can do to get tackles for loss in the fastest way possible. I'm assuming by now most of you guys have 60 games won with an 88 plus overall team. That can just be done in solo challenges. You can do that very easily. So yeah, ensure you guys have knocked out this objective list because you're gonna want to get those 125k coins absolutely free. If you are late on this and you do it after the series ends, so in a couple of days, you're only going to be getting 30,000 coins, so a very big decrease. This is something you want to get on right now to claim those free coins. Now the next thing is also going to be situated in the missions tab. We're going to be going into the MUT dedication mission this time, and I want to talk about your Series 4 multiplayer wins. Now I'm not suggesting that you guys get all the way up to 200 online games won by the Yo, did they find my mixtape out there? Now, like I said, I'm not suggesting that you guys get up to 200 online games won. That is going to be very challenging, and if you're only at like 75 games like me and you haven't been playing as much online as you did in the past, it's going to be impossible to get all the way up there. But all I'd recommend you do is come in here and just take a look at where you are. I was actually sitting at 74 wins before I did my preparation for this video, and one of the notes that I had written down and what you should do is if you're close to getting one of these objectives knocked out, hop into a head-to-head seasons game and just get your like 1 or 2 remaining wins needed, because the rewards in here are gonna be pretty solid. We did get 120 series trophies absolutely free for knocking that out, so if you're close, be sure to get a couple of free trophies by just coming in here and making sure that you're up to date with these wins and you're not leaving any like free coins on the table for just playing one more game, getting one more win, and knocking out one of these objectives. Now on the topic of that, let's talk about series trophies, because we're gonna be getting series trophies for free for doing that, and I'm assuming you guys have a fair bit of trophies in your binder just collected up for miscellaneous things throughout the series. Now it's important that you guys are going to clear out these trophies before the next series comes into the game. When the next series drops in the game, you're actually going to get your trophies cut in half. So if I had 200 trophies in my binder, that would get cut down to just 100. So you're going to want to spend them all off now. If you have 85 trophies or more, come in here and open up a red zone pack. The red zone pack is going to be the best value way to clear out those trophies. We will be selecting the quick sell out of this pack. That is what you guys want to do hands down. And as you can see, we're going to get 25k just like that. Now we still have 58 trophies left over. A couple of different things you can do are the Wheel of Coins pack or the Hail Mary packs. From what I've seen, it's actually better value to come in and open up Hail Mary packs to clear out the rest of your trophies, because you can just sell off everything you pull and make a fair bit of coins from that. But we want to get a little bit risky here for the video. Let's rip a couple of Wheel of Coins packs. We might as well. These trophies are going to get cut in half anyways. Out of the first one, we only get 1,000 coins, so that is not very good at all. Again, I would probably recommend you do the Hail Marys, but one more Wheel of Coins pack right here just to see what we can get, because I'm honestly a little bit curious, and we're going to be getting a total of 3,000 coins. So if you do have extra trophies, the move is 100% to come in and open up Hail Mary packs. But yeah, just clear out those trophies and ensure you do that before the next series. Now the final tip that you guys gotta be doing, these first 4 tips are must. There is no reason why you shouldn't be doing these things. The final thing is if you have any players that are getting a series Redux card in the next promo, or sorry, in the next series, you want to sell those those players off now. When a card gets a series Redux, that card is going to be back in packs, it's going to be pullable, and it's going to mean there's a whole ton of supply in the market for that card. With an LTD player, those cards have no more supply, so their prices are going up and up and up, and when there's a lot more supply in the market, prices start to go down. So sell off any cards that are going to get a series Redux. On the screen right here is a list of all the players that are getting a Redux. For example, let's say we had Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is selling for like 1 million coins right now. He is very, very expensive. He's one of the best QBs in the game, so rightfully so. He should be going for that high price. He's up for 1.2 mil. This card is going to get a series Redux, and I can see that Redux card selling for a price of like 400 or 500,000 coins, which is a huge difference than the 1.2 million this card is going for. So if you have any cards that are getting a Redux, sell them off now, as their prices are going to go down pretty quickly. They're going to go down really quickly right when the series comes out, so you're going to want to get rid of these cards now. Now for the final aspect of the video, let's go over a couple of interesting things you guys can do to potentially take some risk and make some coins. Now the first one, this isn't really that risky whatsoever. It's going to be to sell off players you know you're going to use your power up pass on in the coming series. So we know we're going to be getting a 96 overall power pass. That is guaranteed. What you could do is you could come into your binder and you could take a look and find the most expensive 96 overall card you have. Now for me, I believe that would be this Lawrence Taylor card, and what I'd recommend you do, or what you could potentially do if you want to take some risk, is you could sell off this 96 overall LT right now before prices potentially go down, or likely go down, when the new series comes out, and you can use a power up pass on this card, which you'll be getting for free for leveling up. Now the only thing I don't love about doing this is you're gonna have to get that level up very, very quickly. You're gonna want to ensure you get the power up pass fast, because you're gonna be playing with a card that isn't at their maxed out version for quite some time if you take a while to get your pass. But if you are looking to prepare and you know what player you want to use your power up pass on, you could sell off the card right now and then put in the power up pass later, and you wait until the time that you get your power up pass and then transfer it. Then it's likely these prices have gone down a fair bit. The prices do usually go down in series changeovers. It was kind of weird what happened in the last one. Pack odds didn't go up, so prices didn't go down, but I'm expecting EA is going to change that for this one, as a lot of people were very, very upset with that, myself included. So I would expect prices are going to go down a fair bit. If you wanted to prepare in this sense, you could sell off one of your cards, your most expensive 96, and then you could use a power up pass on him later. Very optional, but something you can do for sure. Now at the end of this one, let's get into some power up investing, and I'm not going to beat around the bush here, guys. Sometimes when I do these videos, I go over a whole bunch of players you can potentially invest in. I only have 2 right here, and the reason why I have these cards I'll share with you in a second, but the reason why I'm making this list shorter is because I feel like there's not that many great investments. Now obviously with any investment in this game, there is risk associated. There is huge risk associated with it, so you can't just watch my video and expect it to make coins. Do some thinking, invest however much you think is appropriate for your account, and if we lose coins, we go down together, boys. If we make coins, we're all eating. Now the first investment I want to talk about is going to be Deshaun Watson, and the reason why I kind of like this Deshaun Watson investment is because of the fact that this card is going to get Reduxed. I know there are a ton of people that are waiting for Deshaun Watson to get a Redux, and when he gets a Redux, people are going to be powering him up, and people are going to be getting this card on their team, which is ideally going to drive the price up of the power up. So let's take a look at the power up Deshaun Watson price. I actually don't mind this investment at all. Right now the power up is selling for 8k. That isn't really that expensive for a power up. He's not like crazy expensive right now. I could see it going up to 20,000 coins very easily. I'm gonna rip a couple of investments right here. This is the more risky way to do your investing when it comes to investing in a certain player, but what we could also do is we could also actually invest in the core elite version of the card. As you can see, there's going to be a core elite version of the player that is also required to go into the power up, and this is a much less risky investment. Now the reason why this is so much less risky is because this 82 realistically isn't going to drop between like 3,000 or 4,000 coins for basically the rest of the year, and at 5.7k we aren't spending a whole ton more than its lowest price possible. So what you can do is you can potentially invest in this card because people are going to need this card to power up the player. Now it's not a must they need the card, right? You could use a power up pass if you wanted to in the place of this 82. So investing in a core elite, a low version core elite of a player you like, is kind of like a less risky way of investing, because usually those cards have much more value and their prices aren't that inflated. At only like 6,000 coins, he's really not that expensive, but I also don't think this card would go up in price a ton because of the fact, like I said, not everyone needs the 82. Some people are just going to be using a power up pass to get him up there. But if you guys do want to make some investments, I do like the power up version of Deshaun Watson, and I also do like the quarterback version of the card as well. I think both are pretty solid investments. Now next up we have Aaron Rodgers right here, who isn't going to be that crazy expensive for his power up. There's a lot of people that have have invested in this card, so that's why I like this investment a little bit less than the Watson investment. But as you can see, his power up is selling for 6.7k, and this is actually a more risky investment than Deshaun because we don't know if we're getting a 97 overall power up pass in this series. If we get a 97 overall power up pass, this Rodgers power up goes in price a ton because that 97 overall Aaron Rodgers is the best QB in this game, but we don't know if we're getting a pass. So you could potentially buy some of these power ups and you could make the investment that way. I don't know that I'm going to be power up investing in Aaron Rodgers. I think I'm probably going to be core elite investing in Aaron Rodgers. As you will see, the core elite's at 5k. He's an 83 overall card, so he's relatively close to like the cheapest price he'll be, like I said before, but there's a chance that if we do get that power up pass, people are going to be powering up Aaron Rodgers, and if that's the case, they need the 83 to get him up to the 97, and if they do, hey, I'll be selling off this card for 15 to 30,000 coins very easily. There's a chance that this card actually doesn't get a power up pass, and this card doesn't go up in value at all. In fact, it goes down a little bit, but I'm willing to take that risk, and those are really the only investments that I wanted to go over. I feel like Watson and Rodgers are solid ones for different reasons. One, again, is for the Redux. We know Deshaun's getting a Redux, but I feel like less people are actually talking about that investment. And then the second one is Aaron Rodgers. We don't know if he's getting a power up pass. I don't love the power up investment in the card because I think a lot of people are actually investing in that power up, but I don't think there's a lot of people investing in the core elite. Again, this is a much less risky investment because if he doesn't get a card, the worst this card goes down to is like 4,000 coins because people will need him for the sets and stuff like that. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to go over in today's video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, smack a like down below, hit that sub button if you are new, and until next time, I'm out. Peace.